Jamie Howe put the car on pole during qualifying, and he will start up front for heat race number 1. Jacob Pettit, a really good dirt racer. He's making his iRacing return in general. He's been pretty busy lately, so it's awesome to have Jacob Pettit back. Daniel Nans, Raymond Wimmer have some speed. Nice to see Steve Clark back, Thomas Melnick. Ricky Wentworth, of course, new to PAL. Pace truck pulls off. It'll be flag in hand for Jamie. Whenever he decides to go is when he'll go. Green flag is out, and we're at it. Jamie Howe will lead them into turns 1 and 2. Jacob Pettit backs up the corner into Raymond Wimmer. A good launch out of him. Gets around Daniel Nans. And as they cross in front of the flag stand, Jamie Howe will lead him. Battle for 4th right now. Mason Thompson's hanging on. Jacob Pettit trying to answer. Steve Clark moved himself up into the 3rd position. Now as we begin lap 4, Jamie Howe still with that lead. White flag, 1 more lap to go for Jamie Howe. Qualified on pole, has led every lap. And Raymond Wimmer has actually been closing in, but it's just not enough. And off turn 4, Jamie Howe will be the winner of heat race number 1. Jacob Pettit gets Steve Clark on the line for that 3rd position. Douglas Henry will be able to go whenever he pleases once the pace truck pulls off. We see them enter the frame just on the right side of the screen. Again, 8 laps for this heat race. Here we go. Douglas Henry will fire off, and we are green. Douglas Henry, good launch. Alicia side by side with Logan Wilson for the 2nd position. Matthew Legatt on the top line. He gets all clear for 4th. Aaron Warren, Aiden Gould makes the pass on John Dodal for that 6th position. And Douglas Henry continues to lead him for that 1st lap and begins to pull away. Logan Wilson, oh, I thought he was about to make wall contact. He did his best to keep that car clean, keeps it off of Alicia, and he's still in the battle. He gets a little bit better rotation. Alicia up in the fluff. We might see 3 wide. Matthew Legatt contact with Alicia. Aaron Warren up the inside. Logan Wilson will get away with 2nd. Aaron Warren out of shape. Aiden Gould contact. That will be a wreck. No caution at the moment. They do get it back going. Douglas Henry already a 2.5 lead over Logan Wilson. Here comes Matthew Legatt. Matthew, dang near brand new to dirt. When we announced the dirt series, put in a lot of practice. Maybe he needs a little bit more. Puts Logan Wilson to the wall. Here comes John Dodal up the inside. 3 wide for 2nd. Jacob Alicia, he wants to stick his nose wherever he could get some clean air. They are dogging right now. Oh my gosh. At the front stretch line, Logan Wilson will have it. John Dodal will move himself into that position, but John Dodal goes up into the fluff, and Logan Wilson will acute some damage. Again, another issue we had with iRacing new update, turned off damage. So if these guys get some, they can immediately get back in it. 1 more lap to go. Coming to the checkered, Douglas Henry will win heat race number 2. Matthew Legatt, Logan Wilson, John Dodal, Jacob Alicia at the line in contact. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your most famous words in iRacing. It's time for your go time music. PALracing, 4 seasons of pavement oval. Now we come to the dirt for some action and for some fun. Nuts on the dash, belts pulled tight, green flag is out. Ladies and gentlemen, PALracing Dirt Series is underway. And as we go ahead and get lap number 2 clock started on lap number 3, Jamie Howe goes to the lead early. Douglas Henry, Raymond Wimmer try to put up a fight, but now they're battling for that 2nd position. Douglas Henry has reeled in Jamie Howe, and you can see the slick is starting to start at the entry of these corners. That will manipulate how these guys decide to corner. Douglas Henry gets up to the cushion. Jamie Howe still rocking the bottom, and Doug might have a run on the 17. Raymond Wimmer is right there in the tire tracks trying to grab some clean air, just a lane down. When will Doug try to make the move on Jamie? Out of turn 4, rocking and rolling. 3 cars, nose to tail. Jamie Howell might have made contact with the wall. Doug gets into the back of him. Jamie up in the fluff. Here comes Raymond Wimmer. Raymond Wimmer now challenges for the lead, and Jamie Howell drops backwards. Coming to the flag stand. Douglas Henry will hang on, but Raymond Wimmer is all over him. Yellow flag is out. Issues. Ricky Wentworth, Daniel Nans may have gotten together. I know Daniel Nans might have been involved. Let's take a look at the replay. We got to go back just a little bit more. Here we go. Nans top line. That's Dodal on the bottom. I think this was the battle for 4th. Oh, Dodal pushed up the track into Nans. Giant bottleneck, and I think Mason Thompson and Jacob Volusia will help finish him off. We'll have to see Douglas Henry in command when that pace truck pulls off. He can launch. Here he goes. Green flag is back out. Good launch out of Jamie Howell. He looks down to the bottom. Can't make up any ground. Here comes Matthew Legatt on that top line. Raymond Wimmer right in the tire tracks of the 66 as they come around the flag stand. And now we begin a lap number 10. Doug, Raymond Legatt, issues for Jamie Howell. He's going backwards in the fluff. And the 17 will drop to 7th. Jacob Volusia will make the pass for that position. He might become a threat for that top spot. Raymond now will try the bottom, a little bit over rotation there in the center. Moves back to the top line. That might allow Matt to capitalize. Raymond will take away the preferred line. Matt puts the rear tires in the fluff, unable to push it off the cushion, and Raymond will try the middle again, trying to put that nose where there's clean air, and he actually has a better corner than Doug that time around. Get him back, and he's along the inside of Doug during the corner, not quite on exit. Raymond down to the bottom. Is it a slider? He'll try it. He can't complete it. And because of how he has to bury the car on exit, Doug gets the lead back. Matt tried to capitalize. I think Raymond shut the door. And at the flag stand, 5 laps to go already here at Volusia. At the flag stand, they might be even. 3 laps to go. Big slider at Legatt. He'll take it. Raymond crossover. Can he get it back? Yes, he does. Immaculate driving out of the pair. Wonder if we'll see a big Hail Mary slider out of Raymond Wimmer. I just don't know if he's within reach. But through turns 3 and 4 was a fast one at Volusia, but week 1 is over. Douglas Henry picks up where he left off, a winner in PAL. As they cross the stripe, a couple of close battles to end it off. Raymond Wimmer, Matthew Legatt, John Dodal, Mason Thompson, Jacob Pettit, Jacob Volusia, Daniel Nans, Aiden Gould, Steve Clark round out the top 10. Aaron Warren, Ricky Wentworth, Jamie Howell, Logan Wilson, Thomas Millick, the top 15. And Douglas Henry is a winner here at Volusia. I hope we wait for Doug to park it on the stage. He might not know there's a stage at Volusia. Oh, he might now. He's going to turn into pit road. Race fans, he climbs up behind the stage. I don't know, maybe he can't get on the stage. There's steps behind it. Hiding behind the Volusia Speedway Park Victory Lane. Edmund KU's Auto Parts Victory Lane. Give it up for your first win of the season. First race in the Dirt Series, Douglas Henry.
Hell yeah.
Doug, you are perfectly hiding behind the sign. We cannot see.
I'll move for you. There you go.
Give me a little bit more. There we go. Oh, my. There we go. We're going to do a little burnout here on pit road. Yes, we will. Douglas Henry went up there and got the win. It was hard fought. There was a lot of battles. What'd you have to do to hang on to it? You know, Jamie was giving you it all. Raymond was right there. Matt was going to be a threat. It was a quick event tonight. We had about 10 laps less than we thought we should have. It was a little awkward. Damage was off. But would you still call that some pretty darn good racing?
Yeah, that was fun. I just wish me and Jamie could have battled it out a little bit better there. I think he hit the wall and then I rear-ended him. And then I don't know what happened after that, but it would have been nice to have 10 more laps to have some guys to battle with too, but we'll take the win regardless.
Alrighty, Doug, congratulations on the W. I think it's official, $50 for the champion. That's not a lot compared to the traditional Tuesday night racing, but it's something. You get your first win. Are you looking forward to Lima Land next season, or next week, rather?
Yeah, I'm not too great there, but it's going to be fun beating and banging everybody on that little tiny track, so looking forward to it.
Alrighty, congratulations, Doug.
Thank you.
And just parking it right in front of him, finishing second tonight. Raymond, I think you only have one career interview for a podium finish in PAL. It was Talladega Derby of season 2, I believe. But here you are now in the Dirt Series. You know you could go out here and get a win any week. The double zeros, man, you were really putting the hurt on Doug, but I want to talk about that battle between you and Matt, the slide job, the crossover. Couldn't have been more surgical. Are you building data, building up that notebook as we go deep into the Dirt Series?
Oh yeah, every day, every practice session, you got to put it in the back of your mind and remember, hey, Matt's going to be fast. He's not afraid to throw the slider. He's not afraid to, give me a little bit of a fender if need be, if it means the wind's on the line. But also at the same time, I know Doug's going to be hugging that dominant line and he ain't going to give me an inch. And I feel like if I would have waited a couple more laps to try to throw that slider down on him, I might have had a little more momentum built up and potentially could have got around him there with a couple to go. But I think we needed about 5-6 more laps and I'd been able to get him.
All righty, Raymond. Congratulations on the second. Went ahead and get her done for Eckhart Coffee Roasters. We will see you next week at Lima Land. Do you think you might even come around Thursday for Lickety Slick's season opener at Oswego?
I might. It's definitely got my attention. I got to look into it some more, see what I'm doing. I got some life-changing events coming up, potentially repping the new employer on the car as well as the current sponsors. So shout out to Hayden. Love you, buddy. Appreciate all the support, and hopefully next week we can put it on pole. Sweep all the laps and take away the trophy.
All righty. Raymond, remember the 00 buckshot machine down here, P2 tonight. And we'll talk to the man that finished third but had a really good run. He's parked over here on pit exit. He's waiting for the trailer. He's ready to get out of here. Matthew Legat repping the Waffle House. Oh, there's your soundboard entry. Famously Aiden Gould's quote before losing the championship. But Matt, how about that out of you? You charged your way to the front. You kept her clean. You tried to pull a slider on Raymond. He crossed you back up. But we showed a lot of speed out of you, where if we look back just a month ago, you were just a little bit under pace compared to the rest. Now you're showing speed. What's the goal for you this season?
Yeah, I love Volusia. I was saying earlier in the week, as long as we get a green flag run, I'll be at least close to the front and challenging. So it was good to be up there battling with Raymond and Jamie, and actually surprised myself a little bit with how fast laps I was setting. But yeah, just show up to as many races as I can and try to, I don't know, maybe snag a win. Maybe that's possible.
Alrighty, congratulations, Matt, and I look forward to seeing you next week at Lima Land and maybe even the Lickety Slicks Dirt Series.
Yep, appreciate it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude tonight's racing action here at Volusia. It was a quick night, quicker than we thought, but we'll make the correct adjustments and get back at her next week. Lima Land later this week on Thursday. Lickety Slicks at Oswego. Frontier Truck Tour on Monday nights. Last night we ran Michigan. One heck of a race. Thank you all so much for watching and your support, and I will see you next time.